Salamat po. Nanonood kayo ng The News Listener. Ako po si Angelo at pag-usapan natin tong reply or should we say statement na inilabas ni Inday Sara laban kay Madriaga at doon sa Committee on Justice. Okay? So, after lumabas ni Madriaga noong April 14, 2026 sa Committee on Justice doon sa impeachment hearing laban kay Sara Duterte, ito naman si Inday Sara, naglabas din ng kanyang statement o saloobin. Okay, so sa nangyari doon. So, ito ang gagawin natin guys. Babasahin natin yung sinabi niya, okay? At itindihin natin mabuti. At tignan natin kung sinagot ni Sara Duterte yung aligasyon laban sa kanya ni Madriaga. Okay, doon sa affidavit. So, dito, siya mismo, dito sa Facebook page niya mismo, yung statement. So, basahin natin, ha? Okay. So, sabi dito, mga kababayan, of all lies thrown during the Committee on Justice mini trial on April 14, the one I personally take issue with the claim made by a bar flunker and a kidnapping suspect that I needed someone to help me get through law school. So, kung natatandaan nyo, si Ramil Madriaga, sinabi niya, merong isang associated associate professor, attorney Ryan ata. At sinabi ni Ramil na kailangan pa ng tulong ni Sara Duterte, ah, ah, na makapasa sa um, sa kanyang law school. Okay? At ito yung kanyang reply. Alright? And then, sabi niya dito, I completed my studies on my own terms. I place a higher premium on living on well-rounded life rather than pursuing academic excellence. Okay, so uh, mas okay pa kuno yung pag-pursue ng higher premium living kaysa sa maging excellent o maging excellent doon sa kanyang studies. Okay? Sa academic excellence as she said. I never asked any professor for special accommodation for my grades because the bare minimum was easy enough to meet. Aba, okay. I was never the subject of any complaint for rudeness or violence against other students at SSCR, College of Law. Okay, sabi daw, wala daw any complaints or rudeness or violence against her. Okay, nung nag-aaral pa siya. I graduated in May 2005 and took the bar exam in September of the same year, something that had not been done before at SSCR College of Law until my time. Aba, okay. The exam was that year was relatively difficult. I passed bar on my first attempt with a GW of 85 points above the minimum. Okay, so pinagyayabang pa ni Sara Duterte, ito, first attempt at nakuha ko yung 80, 5 points above the minimum. Okay, okay. Tingnan natin, sige. Punta tayo sa kabila. Ito yung last page. Madriaga and his cohorts in the House of Representatives do not come close to my capacity to achieve results that very little effort because they cannot even weave a believable lie, much less followed by the rule of law. Kumbaga sinasabi niya dito na yung sa mga kay Madriaga at kasama kasamahan daw o yung mga cohorts daw doon sa House of Representatives do not come close to sa kanyang kapasidad sa mga na-achieve niya na little effort lang daw. Okay? O ba? Okay, nagyayabang nga. Okay, mga kababayan, this mini trial in the Committee on Justice is true to form for some of its members. Abuse and corruption appear to be only things that are capable of. Let us remember that the first impeachment case itself was marred by allegation of bribery involving members of the House of Representatives. Sinasabi niya na yung first impeachment daw merong allegation ng bribery. Kaya pinirmahan. Eh, dapat magbigay naman siya ng pruweba at proof na nangyari yon, 'di ba? Kaysa sa sinasabi nila pero walang ni isang proof hanggang ngayon. And this second impeachment is no better. Aba, kumbaga kinukumpara niya pa rin na it's the same thing. Ah, okay, next. The failure of the administration to provide relief in this price crisis is not due to lack of resources, but because of public funds are being used for political maneuvering to avoid accountability for the most corrupt budget in our country's history. Thank you. Okay, yun na yun. Now, balik tayo sa umpisa. So ayon sa kanya, okay, sabi dito na yung kanyang kasi sinabi ni Madriaga na hindi gano'n kagaling si Sara Duterte sa kanyang studies. At merong isang propesor na, ah, tumutulong sa kanya para lang makapasa siya. Ang tanong natin dito, eh, bakit hindi niya masagot, bakit siya, nag-transfer ng eskuwelahan? 'Di ba? Merong ganiyang, information na kailangan niyo pang lumipat ng isang school, okay? And if I remember correctly, nung una, Sara Duterte was, um, I think San Beda? Okay, check natin, Okay, so ang ayon sa online, okay, nag-attend siya, ito pakita ko sa inyo. Duterte attended San Beda but transferred schools, graduating with a Juris Doctor from San Beda College of Recollectos, passing the bar exam. Dito, hindi niya sinabi bakit siya nag-transfer. Kung pag-uusapan natin yung excellence, okay, sa studies. Good. Okay. So yan. Now, how about being rude and violent? Well, ang napapatunay yan, ito. Nung mayor pa siya, 14 years ago. O, kitang-kita niyo yung galit na pinapakita niya dito. Diba? Oo. Wag. O sige. Inaabol niya pa, Okay, ang ginagawa lang po ng sheriff dito ay sinusunod yung utos ng korte. Tapos pinagbuntungan niya ng galit. Yan ang tinatawag na violence at if nare-remember niyo po, yung banta niya kay Marcos, napapatayin niya 'pag pinatay daw siya. Nasa online at nasa video na yan. O, 'di ba? Proof na yan ng violence, okay? And when it comes to rudeness, alam na natin yan. Okay, now punta tayo sa kabila. So dito sinasabi niya na the failure of the administration to provide relief in price crisis is not due to lack of resources, but because the public funds are being used for political maneuvering to avoid accountability. Now, kung pag-uusapan ng accountability, tanungin natin, si Sara Duterte ba, does she answer all the allegations and faces accountability doon sa House of Representative, doon sa Committee on Justice? Sa tingin niyo ba, si Sara Duterte, does she face accountability sa mga allegations na laban sa kanya? And remember, this is not little allegations. Hindi po 'to napakaliit, napakalaking bagay ito na dapat kanya ang sinasagot. At remember, kahapon din po or few days ago, yung COA mismo nagsabi na yung confidential funds na 73 noong 2022 kailangan niyang ibalik. At nagpapatunay yan na hindi niya pa rin sinasagot hanggang ngayon. So where is your accountability nung ika'y nag-handle ng DepEd at nung budget ng confidential funds? Yeah, dapat yan ang sabihin at ah, tanong sagutin ni Sara Duterte doon sa mga aligasyon kasi sa kanyang statement dito, ang pinaka parang pinaglalaban niya yung grades niya at pagpasa niyang bar. Pero hindi niya sinasagot lahat ng aligasyon laban sa kanya. At yan, that still remains a big question mark sa ulo ni Sara Duterte. Okay? Now lastly, sinabi niya 'di ba na 80 ano 'yun, 80 points. Okay? At wala siyang problema sa pag-study sa College of Law sa San Sebastian. Ito, pakita ko sa inyo ka ah, kung gaano si Sara Duterte mag-speech kung titignan mo titignan mo na kung intelligent na tao ba siya at dire-diretso yung pananalita niya. Oh, ito, pakita niyo, itong, speech niya sa isang event.
A lot of adjustments that you need to make. You need to have a plan A, a plan B, a plan C. Because
Because
your lives, you do not control your lives. Your lives is under a
ano ba?
magnificent God. He will put you where He wants to be in His time and in His will. Lives, there will be a lot of
Oo, 'di ba? Oh, ano sa tingin niyo? Yan ilalagay niyong presidente ng mga DDS. Ikakahiya kayo ng ibang bansa 'pag iniluklok niyo 'tong tao na ito. At sa mga allegations about graft and corruption na hanggang ngayon hindi niya pa sinasagot, 'di ba? O kasalanan ng mga DDS, ng mga loyalista, sorry po sa mga loyalista diyan, sila din bumoto sa Uniteam at alam nila na meron palang, itong, ah, corruption case laban kay Marcos nung panahon pa ng tatay niya, hanggang ngayon 'di pa binabayaran yung mga kailangan bayaran at ito ding pamilyang Duterte, 'di ba? Alright guys, salamat po sa panonood, 'yan na po. At, kung meron po kayong komento, suggestions sa ating video, paki-comment po sa ating comment section. If nagustuhan niyo po ito, please hit the like and subscribe button. Salamat and, see you po sa susunod na video.